started. Yeah. So now that his lashes are taped back, this is a little speculum, putting the speculum into the eye. This is just to keep the eye nice and wide open, so that way Dr. Tuma can get started here. And at this point, what he's going to do is he is going to, his eye has been irrigated, so it's nice and moist. Okay. Now this here is the Zemer, so this is the Swiss laser that goes right onto the front of the cornea.
And that whole area is numb, so he can't actually
can't feel anything.
Okay.
Probably worse for you on this end than it is for him.
Really
Yeah. Yeah, so probably it's easy for me because I see it all day long, but I know my first week here it was kind of an eye-opener, so to speak. Yeah, it's like, whoa. So anyway, this is going under the front of the cornea, and so once it gets placed on the front of the cornea, it's actually, like I said, delivering all of these little tiny air bubbles underneath the cornea, and you're going to notice as soon as he lifts this off of the cornea, it's going to kind of look like a grid, okay? And you'll notice a little bit of white underneath there, and those are the little tiny gas air bubbles that have been delivered underneath there so that he's able to go ahead and lift the flap. Okay. Okay, so as you can kind of see it right there, yeah, so those are the little tiny air bubbles underneath there, okay? So at this point, as he goes ahead and starts to lift the flap, just rest assured that it still remains connected. He's not feeling anything. So I kind of like to use the analogy, think of this as he's lifting the front cover of a book. Now you start to see the flashing right now. This is a separate laser, so the two lasers work in tandem. This is called the Allegretto. Okay, this laser actually worked to correct not only his vision, but it also is correcting his astigmatism. Okay, and so that's where you're seeing the flashing and everything right now. So now as he goes ahead and starts to lift this flap, it still remains attached, and in order to correct his vision all the way, you have to remove so many pages of the book, so to speak, so that we're taking where it was kind of rounded and making sure that everything's nice and flat there, okay? And as soon as those pages have been removed, then he's going to go ahead and lay that flap back down. Okay, so meaning the front cover of the book has been laid back down and then complete.
Okay.
So it's going to happen just in a moment, a matter of seconds.
Almost as like a lens, and it just reattaches itself.
Within 4 to 6 hours, it will already have reattached itself to the cornea.
Oh, wow.
So the flap will already reattach itself, and the cornea is the fastest thing to heal on the human body.
Oh, wow.
So it's already been laid back down. So at this point, it creates a really nice seal. When he's irrigating the eye again with more of the saline, it's actually creating a seal, so it's being put back into the original state. And then this is making certain that all those little tiny air bubbles have been removed that were placed underneath there. And then this is like a little tiny sponge, and it's almost like a little squeegee, just to make sure everything is nice and smooth. And then in just a second, it'll be Dr. Tuma's final pass with the microscope.
It's like those foam things that you paint with, like foam brushes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Q-tip size.
I know, it's amazing because you see it so big, but then when you go back into the OR, you can't believe how microscopic. It's unbelievable. Yeah. And then he'll make sure right now that there's no little like filament, like a little eyelash or anything else underneath there. And then he'll take the speculum out and then take the tape off of his lashes. She's putting in a final drop there, and then this eye is complete.
Wow.
So 4.5 minutes.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So if I were you, I would stop and then you can